All right, guys. Hello. I'm back with another video, as you can see, in a little bit of a different setting. Ignore like the chords and all that stuff, and hopefully this isn't too distracting for you. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But anyway, I'm here to talk about the fact that it's not your fault. I feel like at the end of these relationships, if you're dating someone who's like BPD or NPD or whatever, they, I don't know. At the end, it's like you don't even recognize who you are because it's like they destroyed you. They destroyed your self-worth. They destroyed all these things about you because throughout the relationship, they made you feel like you weren't good enough, you know? And maybe in the end, they blamed you for the stuff and they might have blamed you for the stuff that happened in the relationship. And it's all this blame shifting and it's like the fact that this person can't really take accountability and it's all put on you, and it makes you feel completely worthless during the relationship. And I would say, like, to the max at the end. But, um, despite how you guys feel, despite the questioning that is going through your mind of, was it my fault? Could I have done this better? Could I have done, what if I had done more of this or this? Would it have changed things? Guys, I don't think it would have changed a thing, if I'm being honest. Like, think back. Think of all the good things that you did for that person. Think of all the time, the money, the energy, everything that you put into that person, and they don't even recognize it. The only thing that they think about is the supposed harm that you caused them, right? That's all they think about. They think about all those bad things that you did in the relationship. And most of them are minor, maybe all of them are minor. I don't know. But that's all they focus on. Like, they don't focus on any of the good, you know? Despite all the good you've done, that doesn't matter. You could have done a million good things. Everything could have been amazing, but they would still somehow find fault in something, right? So like if I talked to someone and I was giving somebody my attention, it was met with, you're not paying any attention to me. Like, you're doing this and that. Like, you care more about this person, you know? Or if I was doing stuff with my family, if I was busy doing one of my hobbies, if I was busy with a friend, you're not giving me attention. And it's like you cannot even live your life with these people because it's like they view it, they will spin it and just turn it bad. And you're not even like a bad person, but they will make you out to be, and it's wild. So again, you could do all these things and it wouldn't matter because they will still focus on the bad. And you guys, just think about that. Think about all the good you gave that person and the fact that they're not thinking of any of it because they were able to treat you like crap, devalue you, and discard you. Like, that's wild, you know? And I could think of the things that people have done to me. Has it been bad? Sure. But like, I focus on the good. I forgive that person. It's like the person with BPD, like, forgiveness is just not something that they can comprehend. And because of that, and because of the way they act and the fact that they only focus on the bad things, that's why it's not your fault. Because once again, this is a personality disorder and just their thinking, it doesn't make sense. To them, maybe it does, but because of this disorder, like, it's not your fault, you guys. I know so many of you are tearing yourselves down, and I was tearing myself down for the longest time. Sometimes I still do. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I have those thoughts. What if, what if, what if? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Think about it. Like, okay, looking back, you're like, yeah, I would have changed this or this. But guys, you're human, Like, if your ex like started a fight with you, or whatever, they were arguing with you, maybe you were calm in the beginning, but like every time they do that, or every time they accuse you of something, like naturally you're gonna reach a breaking point. Like, we're all human, it happens, right? And so like if you react to their abuse, you're the bad guy, even though you're reacting and you're trying to defend yourself, and you're like, no, stop accusing me of this or that because you're wrong. And they don't want to hear that. And just like, I get it, you guys. I get it where you're like, yeah, I could have gone back and I wouldn't have reacted that way. But like, what else could you have done? You know what I mean? You can only put up with so much. And because this person acts a certain way, like, again, there's only so much you can put up with. And people, generally speaking, know that other people make mistakes, but that person doesn't. People generally know that, they can forgive, but those people do not. And it's difficult, you know? And I try to do everything I could to make up for what I did. I was going out of my way, like buying gifts for this person and reaching out and being like, I'm sorry, let me make it up to you and whatever. And then it doesn't matter, Like, it's crazy because they get mad at you if you're reactive to like their abuse, or if you don't like something. But at the same time, if you give them too much love, they don't like that either. Or they end up devaluing you, or sorry, that was devaluing you. I don't know why I said that so slow. Or like discarding you or whatever. And so it's like, it's a lose-lose situation, you guys. Like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. How many times has that happened to you? Or how many times were you like, hey, I'm going to do this because they're like, communication is important. But then they get pissed that you're hanging out with a friend or hanging out with family. So you're like, well, I can't tell them. And then they're pissed because you didn't tell them. Like, you cannot win in any of these situations. And because you cannot win, there's nothing you could have done. It's not your fault. It is their personality and it's their disorder. And unless they get proper treatment, unless they're dedicated to that, that's the only thing that can help them. Nothing can help them. You tried it. And you tried so hard. And I know you tried so hard because I tried so hard. And in the end, it didn't matter. And that's what sucks. You can put so much time and energy and hard work into something, and they don't even recognize it, you know? And like, the fact that they were able to blow you off so easily, guys, that should tell you everything you need to know. Like, looking back at my situation, this person just dropped me like that. They were able to stop talking to me like that after talking every single day for almost 2 years. Oh, suddenly somebody else is giving me attention. So now I'm going to go seek that thing, even though you give them attention. And another crazy thing is, kind of going off on a tangent here, but like, my ex was really struggling like back in November, because of, something prior that happened a couple of years ago. So I reached out and I'm like, hey, like, are you doing okay? Like, let me know if I can do anything for you. I would love to hang out, get your mind off of this that's bothering you. And it was met with a text back saying, I don't want your help. I don't need your help. Leave me alone. That's the response that I got. But then this friend or acquaintance of my ex noticed that my ex was like down and sad and all this stuff, and then reached out like via social media and was like, hey, are you okay? If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. And my ex thought that was the sweetest thing ever. And, oh, isn't that so nice? And literally just love the attention. But it's like, I literally tried to do that for you and you didn't acknowledge it. Or you did, but you got pissed that I did that for you. Guys, there's nothing they can do. Like, you will give them the same amount of attention that somebody else gives them, actually probably more attention that somebody else gives them, but they're going to go with the somebody else because it's someone new, it's someone fresh, it's validating for them because they've been with you for so long, and I guess they're used to it. Maybe they're used to the love, maybe they're used to you being there for them. You could be there for them no matter what. Literally no matter freaking what. When nobody else is, whatever. And they will still blow you off if something better or something new, something fresh comes along. And this is a cycle, you guys. If you research it, if you learn at people's stories from it, if you do all this stuff, you are going to learn this is part of the cycle, and this is just what they do. Like, it just is, you know? And because it's part of the cycle, because it's part of their personality disorder, it's not your fault. Again, I cannot stress that enough. It is not your fault, you guys. Like, there's just no other way that I can say it. Because every day I constantly look back and, like, yes, there are some times, was I at fault? Absolutely. But who isn't at fault? Relationships require work. Like, everything else in life requires work. So why would relationships be any different? You know, but they don't recognize that. Um, and in the end, I was left because, well, I was cheated on, like, emotionally first, because this person, my ex was talking to this person, texting when I was like, hey, what's up? They're like, oh, well, this person is like, whatever, just a friend, you know. Obviously that wasn't true. But then, you know, afterwards they're like, well, our personalities just clash. Like, guys, that isn't even a real thing. Let me just say that first off. Like, I mean, okay, you either get along with somebody or you don't. Like, obviously, that's why you have certain friends, because you guys maybe find similar things funny, or you do this or you do that, whatever. But, like, the whole personality clash, like, it worked in the beginning, right? We worked in the beginning. You can make things work if you want to. Key is if you want to. All relationships fail because somebody isn't willing to put in the work. That's what it comes down to. Falling out of love, okay, I'm sorry, but, like, will the honeymoon phase end? Like, yeah, it's bound to happen. You know, relationships, love require work. Love is an action. But again, they don't see that. And that's also part of the problem. You know, to them, love is just this infatuation. It's this love bombing stage. It's this, oh, what can this person do for me? Oh, this person is giving me attention. Oh, I could go to this person because they're empathetic towards me. Yeah, that's it. You know? But again, it's not your fault because they devalued you, because they found out you were imperfect. God forbid. Everybody else in this life is imperfect. Guys, I can't even speak today. Oh my gosh. Everybody else is imperfect. So they are bound to end every relationship because of the way they are. And once again, it is not your fault, you guys. Whenever you need to watch this to remind yourself it is not your fault, do it, because it is not your fault. I'm sorry this person made you feel like it was. I'm sorry they made you feel like you're not good enough, but you are. You know, that's all part of the way they act and their tactics and manipulation. But, you know, whether or not they do it on purpose, maybe some of them do if they have narcissistic traits. Maybe some of them don't. I don't know. Depends on the person, I guess. But, I mean, nonetheless, it's not your fault. You tried. You did everything you could. And they're the one that left you. That's their own fault. Maybe they'll come running back to you, or maybe they're even now just thinking, or maybe down the road, they'll think, wow, this person really did love me. Yeah. And guys, be proud of the love that you gave your ex. Like, be proud of that, because you tried. You tried to help him. You tried to do everything you could for him. And you, again, you should be proud of that because you did try. You gave it your all. And that's awesome. Unfortunately, it didn't work out with this person. So give that love to somebody who actually deserves it. And you'll realize once you're in a healthy relationship, it is not your fault. But yeah, until then, watch this video as needed. And yeah, guys, I apologize that it's been a long day. This is like my hard day today. So I'm so tired. So I apologize if what was coming out of my mouth didn't make sense sometimes. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment on it if you'd like to. Give me your thoughts and opinions on things. I love to hear from other people's perspective. That means a lot to me. Just reading that, because it puts my mind at ease. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.